of, we got my GOAT, Junior Hawk, out here. One of the best Plankton players to ever done do it. Going up against Pixie. Pixie Gangstereo.
Yeah, what can you, do you know anything about Pixie? Because I think this is the first time I've seen them.
Truthfully, I have never casted this player in my life. Hawk, on the other hand, I've seen plenty of. Aang, you know, no stranger. This character was top one on a couple of people's tier lists in the last patch, I would say. Nowadays, you know, with the way this character can split the defense as well as just not only tack on damage the way that he does consistently from safe distances, controlling space with those needles, he can also get at a disadvantage like it's nobody's business. But Plankton has really, really, really big hitboxes, and Hawk knows how to use them better than almost, if not any Plankton player in the world. So if there's any Plankton that I feel like should be able to do it against Aang, I think this is the one, Scooter.
Absolutely, for sure. We're already seeing a monstrous lead from the Hawk. Just completely decimating Pixie off stage. That killed like 70. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Aang is light, right? That makes sense. Oh no! The same spike off the side. Hawk is living so comfortable. Like, obviously, like, he's still gonna get hit by that well-timed strong attack, but still, like, he has such a gigantic lead. Oh my god, please.
I don't know if you noticed, but, like, I think Pixie actually might have overextended a little bit to be in that position where they wound up that low anyway. He went for a lower stage edge guard, and because of the new changes in wall jump, how you can now wall jump with your back against the wall, that's the edge guard he actually went for right there instead. But it just wound up putting him in a bad position, but as I say that, you know, Pixie is just somehow able to, like, bring it back after losing those stocks immediately, and now we got ourselves only, like, roughly, like, a 1% differential, I should say now.
Yeah, seriously, like, it's getting that close. Pixie doing an excellent job bringing this game back after those two stocks, and really keeping the pressure on for Hawk. Like, that's the thing about Plankton, it's just, like, you know, as most heavies go, oh! The charge up there, gonna take it. He has the sauce and he's ready to prove it. Excellent stuff from Hawk right now. Ooh.
You know, what he lacks in general stick mobility, he's got giant hitboxes in instead. This should be a dead Plankton. All the resources are gone. Yeah, all the resources were gone right there. Beautiful needle edge guards on the part of Pixie right there. That was just really, really smart situational awareness to be able to pop needles and wait to see when that, after the end of that uppy was done. Even after the slime cancel, those jumps are pretty much gone. How often do you see a character like Plankton getting gimped, man? If there's any character who can do it in this game, it's definitely Aang. That's not easy to do.
No, it is not easy. I feel like as my personal main, it really only can happen once, like, you know, as like a read, or like you just read the up B. But otherwise, it's very difficult with the up airs. Ooh, wanted the command grab. Not quite gonna get that, but it's alright. This is a very even game from both. But I feel like any of them can really take this game. But Pixie getting those up airs. Ooh, the needles. Oh, he wants his edge guard so bad. Oh, yeah, that's gonna do it for sure. Hawk just being put in the corner. Pixie bringing that all the way back from the depths of hell.
Yeah, really didn't let that overextension get to them, for sure. I mean, like, I was gonna say, like, they were doing a really good job, like, taking advantage of some of the new changes, like how your back can be against the wall to be able to wall jump now to get those edge guards. And I guess Hawk was somehow even more prepared for that, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. Those needle edge guards really made Plankton's recovery look a lot more susceptible than I feel like it typically is for a lot of characters. Like, you know, some characters can edge guard him pretty effortlessly, some really just have to let him back and go for the ledge traps. Aang, I feel, is like sort of like Hannah Montana. It's like the best of both worlds. Whereas ledge trapping against him is just super duper busted. And then, you know, the edge guarding is too, with the needles on top of that, because of how big of a character he is. Those edge guards can be second to none. Really, really good stuff from Pixie going out game number one to really take advantage of some of Plankton's overall better weaknesses.
Absolutely. I just love seeing, everyone loves a good comeback, and that was definitely one of them. Excellent stuff. I'm curious though, I wonder what stage they're gonna go to. Like, I wonder, what do you do, like, in this situation? I mean, like, Hawk had, like, I said he was comfortable living, but that didn't really last long, did it? Considering the combo potential that Aang has.
I'm not sure. Because, you know, ideally, you would think a small stage would be really good for Plankton, and I think Hawk did really well on Rooftop, all things considered.
Yeah.
You know, you would think it would be better because of just Plankton obviously is heavier, than Aang. He's gonna live longer, so a stage with smaller blast zones, Aang's gonna be like suffocating and losing those stocks a little bit more, as well as just suffocating in neutral in general if Hawk is able to play his cards right. But Aang's options out of disadvantage are just so good that I feel like it doesn't matter. A bigger stage might not be the play because of just how well Aang is able to get out of disadvantage. So I'm really not surprised to see us run right back here. I really don't think the stage was the problem. I think Hawk just probably told himself, I gotta make some adjustments.
Yeah, absolutely, and sometimes that's all it takes. Just like, all right, shake it off. I don't even need to change what I was doing. I just need to do it bigger and better.
Indeed.
And once again, we're seeing almost getting that charge up there right there. Right now, pretty sizable lead. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, okay. Yeah, like, I can't eat my words too much because Aang is definitely a character who can just make back those percent deficits and gets command grab out of the sky, out of the clutches of the air. Your stock is gone, and Hawk is up an entire stock. Need to make this all right.
Beautiful
anti-air.
You and your Hawk.
Oh my God, he wanted it, and the charge up there again. Hits so beautifully.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, in theory, I feel like Plankton should do some pretty solid work here, if I'm being honest. You don't want to go to a bigger stage with this matchup necessarily against Aang, because Plankton is going to live longer regardless, so that just means that Aang will as well, and the battle might just be more elongated. Your approach options against Aang are going to be a little harder, considering that outside of Plankton's burst options, because of how big he is, his mobility options aren't always the best, and Aang has the counterplay to it. So here, the name of the game is you sort of want to overwhelm him with Plankton's extremely strong hitboxes. But even against a character like Aang, whose options out of disadvantage are amazing, and his ledge trapping being what it is as well, it's just a really difficult thing to deal with as well. Might just be one of Plankton's rougher matchups if you would, but if any Plankton player who could do it, it's definitely Junior Hawk. Going right into the strong fair right there, getting all those needles charged. That's not going to be a stock quite yet, but the edge guard continuing on the part of Pixie. Beautiful slime cancel on the way back down. How much would that have mattered more on a stage like Food?
See what I'm saying? Lives. No way! That was beautiful. That was such a gorgeous command grab. He lived off stage so long.
You gotta remember.
Oh, no way.
That Plankton has that. You gotta remember that Plankton has that. I played against Junior Hawk last night in the Streets of Choke bracket, and I was like, I think down the stock or like mid stock against him. He went for those command grabs like twice in a row against that. Thank God he missed for me, for my sake. But point is, you gotta be careful with that. Aang, though, on the other hand, he's got that ranged option, so he doesn't really have to watch him too much.
No, not really. I was gonna say catching.
Oh my God.
Catching the recovery option right there.
That was so nutty, the way he was able to just drift back with the ball and just short hop macro over the bag command grab right there.
Yeah.
That was so privileged. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Ooh, wait a minute. All right.
Nice.
That was a very, very exceptional game from Hawk right there. That command grab off stage was criminal. That was disgusting. Oh my God.
Nice. That was really, really good. Yeah, I told you, stage was not the problem. If anything, I think that's probably one of Plankton's better stages in this matchup. You don't want one of the bigger stages for Aang to just, airball down out of disadvantage, uppy out of disadvantage, like timing, like getting the timing and mixing up the timing of the second hit of that uppy. He's just got so many options, and when you have, like, that much more of a draw and mid-distance against a character like Plankton, approaching Aang just becomes so much more linear. And it's rough, because, like, even on a bigger stage, like, where's Plankton's, what's his benefit there? He's already one of the heaviest characters in the game. He's gonna live for a real long time on the smaller stages regardless, so you might as well just take advantage of his raw kill power on stages with smaller blast zones to try to make Aang's life just that much harder.
Exactly. We saw right there just, like, the amount of time that Hawk was living on off stage. Like, even against a character like Aang, like, with his ice needles, it's just that he lived for so long, and he was able to just completely, like, Uno reverse card, like, you're done. Like, it's like, what's that? You trying to edge guard me? That's cute. Goodbye.
The question is here, and this is only if my theory is correct, that Hawk might not want to go to bigger stages against Aang, and, I could be wrong about that,
Yeah.
But I would imagine if that's true, that he was probably be getting rid of Food Dreams. I would say maybe Harmonic, I know that Hawk tends to like pariahs. He doesn't often ban that stage, I don't think, so he might not ban that
Maybe.
one there. Yeah, I don't know how much that would really help or not help, if I'm being honest, but if those are some of the bans, the question is, where does Aang take Plankton here?
Very good. That's a very, very good question. Honestly, wouldn't really know myself, if I'm being quite honest, because it's just like, well, I don't play Aang, but it's just like, you know, like, you know, where can you take such a big character like this and get away with it? And we're gonna take him to the home field advantage, for Plankton at least, on Jellyfish Fields for a game number 3. And solid start from Pixie right now. Trying to get some sauce on him.
This is interesting because I feel like both these characters, depending on if the platform is by the ledge or not, I think these characters can ledge trap the absolute hell out of each other. Like, both of them can very well. Plankton, of course, with his typical ledge trapping tools, as you know, like those stomps, those like little spark projectiles, Aang with his ice needles. But the thing is, though, with the platform's a bit of an anomaly on this stage, the way it moves, you know, because if it's not there, you know, those ledge traps might not be as effective, and if they are, it's going to be really rough because you're going to be landing directly above your opponent. That is never a good spot to be in a platform fighter.
This is such a dangerous position for Hawk right now. And yeah, that's going to do it. That ledge hog is going to seal the deal right there. Beautiful stuff from Pixie. Alright. Ooh, these upstrongs on ground are insane. Oh my god, 77 already.
Yeah, Aang packs up the damage real fast.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it makes sense for a character like him, but it's just like... Oh, the tech! Beautiful. We tech those.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold you. I would not have teched that.
Yeah, that is not an easy thing to do.
Underneath the stage like that, like that's something you get hit with once, and then you don't tech, and you're like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, you learn you miss tech once, you'll never do it again. Until you know what happens.
You're out here playing Plankton though, man. You gotta learn to tech below the stage. You're gonna get edge guarded. People are gonna try to edge guard you out of those jumps for sure.
Oh, that's gonna kill right there. 173.
19, only 36% unanswered, man.
Hawk has to make something happen here. He is down 2 stocks. I feel like it can happen with Plankton. You know, I feel like, you know, like, despite the deficit, it's very doable. But at the same time, Pixie is not letting up. Not letting Hawk breathe. The Shia Kazing! Get off me. This is my stage. I'm taking it back. Please, hopefully for him and for his sake.
All these good off-me's don't matter, though, if you're not getting hit by the stop jumpings and you just got the general mobility of Aang. You see what he's doing right now? Just back and forth across the level. Plankton's not fast enough to catch me. Look at this.
No.
Not even pressing any buttons in his face there. I'm just going to run to the other side of the level, hop in my air ball. You're the one who has to approach me when you're down this much. Good luck doing that with Plankton without a very linear and committal burst option, my friend. Pixie playing the matchup to a T right now, just running back to the platform, mixing back and forth in between, just making Junior Hawk's life a living hell trying to approach a character like Aang. And this is optimal platform fighter play as you see here. You're up 2 stocks like this?
Oh no,
Come on.
I thought that was a flub. Okay. Ooh,
No,
whiff.
spot dodge too, man.
The spot dodge is a boom. No way.
Oh no!
Okay. A little bit of an overextend right there.
Yeah.
Still has a comfy lead. Not quite get a kill right there. Alright, gonna make this back with the up B. Oh, still living. That's the power of heavies. Just like, you know, you take punishment, but at the same time, sometimes you just die at like 170. And that's just the way she goes, you know.
Yeah, that's
Oh
the
my
way the
god.
Krabby Patty
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like Pixie's set to lose right now. I mean, we've definitely seen crazier upsets in our time, but, you know, with the way that he's playing right now, the mobility is just second to none. Can we get one more?
Wait a minute. Okay, almost an insane. That was a very good combo, but not quite gonna finish it out right there. Not
The edge
even
guard
then.
is just immaculate
Yeah.
on the part of Pixie, just playing around Plankton's recovery just so well. Just
Yep.
airballing back in and out, just getting that kick out the second that jump comes back up. I don't know if that was just an Aang thing or more like a Plankton thing, but like Aang made Plankton's recovery look terrible there. I'm not even
for
gonna hold
sure.
you.
Yeah, like that looked dog rough for a Hawk right there. Like just wasn't able to breathe off stage at all. Like like I wouldn't say complete reversal last game, but like was it like Pixie definitely realized like I could just like do moves at you off stage, and you really just have to play around it and respect it. You know, like because Aang is such a menace in the air game, and especially off stage. But you know, it's not over yet for Hawk, despite valiant effort and it's a really good game too. Pixie's moving on